all three of them in the VAR tent, which hasn't always been the case throughout this tournament, so much progress as well as far as officiating is concerned on the African continent. You've been pretty impressed with the referees in this tournament?
Yep, no, absolutely. I think the innovations as well around to support the referees, their training programs very intense coming into this sort of competition, especially wafcon. I think they continue to just keep raising the bar really high.
So here come Ghana. Maybe a word from you, Amanda, about Ghana. Are you a little surprised that they got this far? Is this a revival perhaps for the Black Queens?
A revival, certainly indeed, and I think the coach also just being appointed in January, coming in to take over a very young team, trying to find the balance with the young exuberance, but also the experience of the likes of Portia, the team captain, the dark horses of the competition. I don't think that anybody gave them a chance to be where they are, but certainly applied themselves. They introduced us to some very, very fresh talent. I think players who really started unknown, but now really going away back home to Ghana, Accra, maybe with a loud statement and certainly unforgettable.
Yeah, quite a lot of teenage talent in that team. I was most impressed with the likes of Comfort Yaboa, fullback. And youngsters who've come through the junior tournaments. Ghana have had some success there in terms of qualifying their teams on a regular basis, but the senior side, in fact, missed the last WAFCON, despite the fact that Ghana have been in the final 3 times, beaten on each occasion in their bid to become continental champions, but also an excellent performance from their new imports, Josephine Bonsu, the German-born left-sided winger, and Chantal Boy-Flokro, I think, was one of the better players at this tournament.
Yeah, very instrumental. I thought with her quality on the ball, she was able to really give her teammates a good shout in front of goal. The likes of Evelyn Badu, still very raw in talent, but getting the necessary exposure. I think for the next edition of WAFCON, certainly we have to look out for them.
I remember 4 places at the next WAFCON decide the qualifiers for the World Cup in Brazil, so everything to play for in round about 9 months' time, potentially. We still wait for confirmation of the dates of the next final. But back in Morocco here, and at that particular tournament, not only the prizes at stake, but also trips to Brazil in the World Cup finals are a huge incentive. This Moroccan side will surely be there again. Second successive final defeat. It's got to be really hard. So the only country that's lost twice in a row in a final must be really tough to take for them.
Yeah, so close, but yet so far. I can't imagine how gutted the players are, knowing just how close they've been this time around, taking the lead early in the first half. A good impression and a good account. The attitude was much better. The aggression, they showed much better aggression. They really wanted to. There was hunger, there was desire. But I guess the experience also is just leaning much more towards the likes of the Super Falcons, who are seasoned campaigners with the experience of being in cup finals, training for the different scenarios as well, and certainly coming up with a thumb card.
And of course, a lot of investment in women's football in Morocco. The hiring of a World Cup winner like Jorge Vilda sends a very strong message in terms of where they want this Moroccan side to go.
Yeah, must be heartbreaking.
Family.
Yeah, must be heartbreaking for the parents as well to see how it is the Mrabat giving a good account of herself in the tournament. But certainly so, Mark. I think the investment, we can see it's a second successive time in the final. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
The silver medalists. The big disappointment for Jorge Vilda, who won the World Cup, of course, with Spain, but is now on the losing side. So they'll have a picture taken Morocco, but they'll have to vacate that podium as the new African champions, and new in the sense that they've reclaimed their crown. Nigeria will come up and collect. It's great exuberance here. What a remarkable turnaround, though, from this side, and they really did emphasize the super part of the Super Falcons. I mean, who would have thought at half-time?
Yeah.
No, they'd be coming back, they'd be trying, but 3 goals in the second half and turning themselves into African champions in such dramatic fashion really is testimony to a wonderful team, and a young side too, as you've mentioned on many occasions. It's a bit of a rebuilding process as well for Nigeria.
Yeah, and that's where I was going, Mark. Just how it is that it's embedded in their DNA, the heritage and the culture of just the passion that they show in terms of just fighting in every competition, making themselves announced. And I guess this is the part where we say Mission X is finally accomplished.
Yep, 10 titles for the Super Falcons, and all of them won with some authority. Only once did they have penalties go in their favor, but Nigeria deservedly tonight just reinforcing their status as the #1 footballing team on the continent. Outstanding players. We've seen awards for Okoronkwo and Ajibade, but very much a team performance. And of course some brave coaching as well from Justin Madugu. Some selections that he made certainly raised the eyebrows, but he stuck to his guns and has been vindicated with their performance. So now, the lifting of the trophy with Rashidat Ajibade. Can't wait to get her hands on that brand new shiny trophy. Just greet all of those in the VIP queue and then make her way to collect that trophy, or at least it's coming to her, with Messrs. Motsepe and Infantino to hand it over to the Nigerian captain. There she is, Rashidat Ajibade. Nigeria celebrating as African champions here in Morocco. They are winners of the WAFCON 2024. 10 times now they've taken this trophy, back at the top of the pile in women's football in Africa. And what a way to do it on a glorious Saturday night here in Rabat. There you have it, Amanda, the champions of the continent.
Yeah, a huge congratulations to Nigeria, coming back and reclaiming their position on the throne. Absolute dominance over generations. Indeed, a legacy for this crop of players, writing their names on the history books of the Nigerian football dominance. Their success also riding on some shoulders of the likes of Perpetua, the likes of Messi Akide as well. To see that translating into this generation of the now, they should be proud of themselves.